Namo Sakyamuni Buddha. Dear Venerable Sangha, Buddhist ladies and gentlemen, you are invited to join us in this weekly Buddhist Newsreel on Phật online channel. Hereafter, 5 major headlines of Buddhist activities of the week. Vice Minister of Home Affairs visit Most Venerable Chairman of Vietnam Buddhist Sangha Administrative Council. Grand Requiem ceremony to commemorate the country people who died from COVID-19 pandemic. Hanoi, Night of Gratitude at Vietnam Buddhist University to celebrate Vietnam Teachers' Day, November 20. Hanoi, Bằng Pagoda launches 16th traditional of 7-day Medicine Buddha Sutra ceremony. The social charity activities of Buddhism in the week. And following are the news in details. On the afternoon of November 18, 2021, Mr. Vũ Chiến Thắng, Deputy Minister of Home Affairs, visited Most Venerable TIòng NGANY, Chairman of the Vietnam Buddhist Sangha Administrative Council at Minh Đạo Pagoda, Ho Chi Minh City.
After the great success of the 40th anniversary of establishment of the Vietnam Buddhist Sangha, Deputy Minister of Home Affairs Vũ Chiến Thắng paid a visit to and consulted on the health of the Most Venerable Chairman of the Vietnam Buddhist Sangha Administrative Council, and at the same time acknowledged the contributions of the Sangha in disease prevention, taking care of the physical and spiritual life for the disadvantaged people recently affected by the pandemic. The Vice Minister of Home Affairs also believes that, with the leadership of the Most Venerable Chairman, the Sangha would continue to develop with the country in the new era. Monks, nuns, and Buddhists at home and abroad would join hands with the party and state to overcome all the difficult situations of the history, leading the country to wealthy and strong development. In response to the Vice Minister of Home Affairs, Most Venerable Chairman thanked Mr. Vũ Chiến Thắng for his affection and wished him and his family good health and peace to fulfill the political tasks assigned by the party and entrusted by the people.
The COVID-19 pandemic has created severe consequences, claiming many human lives in the world and in Vietnam. More than 23,000 people have died since the fourth outbreak of the COVID-19 pandemic. Responding to the call of Central Committee of the Vietnam Fatherland Front, in accordance with official letter number 3255 and official letter 238 of the Central Committee of the Vietnam Buddhist Sangha, dated November 15, 2021, monasteries across the country simultaneously tolled the bell, lit candles, and offer incense in memorial and requiem for the souls who have died due to COVID-19. Following are the prayer ceremonies in some localities across the country.
In Hanoi City, on the evenings of November 19, 2021, the Venerable Monk of Quán Sư Pagoda and the entire public chant and prayed for the blessings of the three jewels to always bless the souls of the victims who died due to the COVID pandemic. It also prayed for disease elimination, world peace, people's equanimity, and prevailing Buddha's Dharma. Next, the monks and Buddhists recite the names of Amitabha Buddha and circumambulated the Quán Sư Pagoda. On the afternoons of November 19, 2021, the Vietnam Buddhist Sangha Administrative Board in Sóc Sơn District coordinated with the monks of Vạn Phúc Pagoda, representatives of the local authorities, and Buddhist efforts instant to commemorate the victims who died from pandemic, praying for the blessings, the three jewels to suppress the epidemic to soon eradication, for the world peace, people's equanimity, and the Buddha Dharma to prevail. At the ceremony, Venerable Thích Viên Giác, head of the Vietnam Buddhist Sangha Administrative Board in Sóc Sơn District, read a memorial brave blood to the victims of the COVID-19 pandemic. The Vietnam Buddhist University in Hanoi solemnly decorated the altars and held prayer ceremonies on the evenings of November 19, 2021. In the quiet atmosphere of the ceremony, the Venerable single-mindedly recited the Eightfold Path Sutra, recited the mantras of rebirth, and rededicated the names of Amitabha Buddha, turned up the electric light, toned the bell, performed compassion contemplation to restate the merit to the spirits of officials of various sectors, people, and soldiers who died in the recent COVID-19 pandemic to be born in a peaceful world, the epidemic to be repelled, the country to flourish, economic life, society to be soon stabilized. In Quảng Nam, in harmony with the solemn atmosphere of the grand REQUIEM ceremony, the monks and Buddhists of Linh Vũ Pagoda, Tam Kỳ Sari, unanimously prayed for the blessings of the three jewels to protect the spirits and souls who died during the COVID-19 pandemic to be born in the bliss land, prayed for the national peace and prosperity, the pandemic to be soon repelled. Venerable TIòng Hải, abbot of Linh Vũ Pagoda, declared a memorial prelude at the ceremony. In Da Nang, in the evenings of the same date, in the source of tolling bell and chanting verse, monks and nuns and Buddhists at Tam Bảo Pagoda, headquarters of Theravada Buddhism in Da Nang City, chanted their prayer to express gratitude to the martyrs, heroes, and compatriots who sacrificed themselves for the cause of national liberation and national reunification, directing our heart to praise for the compatriots who died from the COVID-19 pandemic, to esteem the Buddha's kingdom, to pray for a peaceful world, and the epidemic to be eradicated soon. The memorial took place in the dignified atmosphere with rituals of reciting Buddha's name, chanting, offering incense, and lighting 2,000 simmering candles in the night of REQUIEM. In Khánh Hòa, on the mornings of November 19, 2021, at Long Sơn Pagoda, Nha Trang City, the provincial Buddhist monks and nuns burned incense to address the Buddha, chanted mantra, recite the Buddha's name to pray for the spirits and souls of the deceased, and listen to the sutras, understand the impermanent, live the dream of suffering, and to be reborn in the good realm. Each word a wish for the country in peace, with heart people and world peace. In the evenings, the monastery throughout the province also tones about and lighted candles in memory in tune with the national REQUIEM program. In Gia Lai, on the same day, monks and Buddhists at Vạn Phật Pagoda, Pleiku City, burned incense to note Buddha, chanted sutra REQUIEM, and lit candles in memories of the deceased people and soldiers who died from the COVID-19 pandemic in Vietnam and throughout the world. To avoid large crowds of congregation, Buddhists attended the REQUIEM virtually online. In Ho Chi Minh City, on November 23, 2021, Most Venerable Thích Thành, abbot of Trúc Lâm Pagoda, Gò Vấp District, in witnessed 8 lordships of the REQUIEM in collaboration with the Lê Văn Duyệt Mausoleum Management Board and the Board of Priests, solemnly organized a grand ceremony for the souls of COVID-19 pandemic death victims and pray for peace. The programs of the grand ceremony began in the morning with the rituals of inviting the Buddha to join the aggregation, exculpating ritual, ceremony of sutra, REQUIEM ceremony, midday worshipping, requesting the representatives of the great monk, and then the dining time. The ceremonies of the candle lighting and altar worshipping to suppress the evil and to perform the REQUIEM were carried out in the afternoons of the same day. In Bình Dương, on the evenings of November 19, 2021, at Hội An Pagoda, Thủ Dầu Một City, the Venerable, monks and nuns, Buddhist followers, and local authorities performed the ceremonies of lighting candles and praying for the serenity of the souls of COVID-19 pandemic death victims. After that, the honorable venerables of the ritual section continued to offer blessings to the spirit and souls, praying for the heroic carrot, soldiers, army men, and frontline workmen who had died, the spirits of people from all over the world who unfortunately passed away as a result of pandemic, to be reborn in a secret realm. The REQUIEM ceremony is a meaningful spiritual art for everyone to pray together for those who die and comfort the stands of those who stay alive. Thereby is the expressions of the compassionate and saving spirits of the Buddha toward all sentient beings.
as a part of the activities to celebrate the 40th anniversary establishment of the Vietnam Buddhist Sangha, the 40th anniversary establishment and development of the VBU, with the spirit of gratitude to venerable monks, lecturers, professors. On November 20, 2021, the Vietnamese Teachers' Day in Hanoi was solemnly celebrated to highlight the 39th anniversary of the Vietnamese Teachers' Day.
Most Venerable Thích Thanh Quyết, Vice Chairman of the Administrative Council, Head of the Central Buddhist Education Section, Rector of the Vietnam Buddhist University in Hanoi, Most Venerable Thích Thanh Đạt, Secretary of the Administrative Council, Chairman of the Scientific Council, and a large number of monks and nuns among the attendees. In the solemn and respectful atmosphere of the ceremony, monk student Thích Thanh Thức and Thích Minh Hạnh spoke on behalf of nearly 600 students to offer flowers to congratulate and appreciate the merits of teaching of the dignified lecturers and professors through their dedication to monastic training. In addition, numerous cultural performances with songs praising Buddhism and praising the relationship between teachers and students helped warm up the ceremony. In the deep relationship between teachers and students, the two leading Most Venerables encouraged the monks and nuns to realize and cherish the precious blessings of being born as a human being, learning the Dharma, being ordained by the Master, living close to the Venerable Masters, professors, being trained in the environment of the Vietnam Buddhist University. From then on, they must try their best to study, cultivate morality, to repay the merits of the three jewels, and then bring our knowledge and practice experience to propagate the Buddha's Dharma for benefiting all sentient beings. The ceremony was performed with simplicity, being brief and full of teacher-student affection in the midst of the pandemic spell.
On November 19, 2021, monks and Buddhists at Bằng Pagoda in Hanoi solemnly held the 16th opening ceremony, the traditional 7-day Medicine Buddha Sutra Prayer. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, causing huge losses and being still at large, Most Venerable Thích Nghiêm, Abbot of Bằng Pagoda said, this year, the traditional of 7-day Medicine Buddha Sutra opening ceremony is not organized as it is held every year, and there is no Dharma talks. Instead, Buddhist monks and nuns diligently recited the Medicine Buddha Sutra to pray for COVID-19 victims, and at the same time, pray for the longevity of the Buddha Dharma, national peace and security, and an early eradication of the pandemic.
The Medicine Buddha ritual evaluate altars was set up with 7 altars representing the 7 Buddha in the East with the implications of the desire for Buddhists to move toward enlightenment. The process of cultivation must pass through 7 stages, which are symbolized by the 7 oriental words of the 7 Buddhas. Faced with the situations of the COVID-19 epidemic, which had broken out due to the mutated Delta variant, which spread widely in many provinces and cities, killing over 20,000 people, officers, and social nationwide. So, right at 8 p.m. at Bằng Pagoda, the residing monks of the pagoda, together with other pagoda and monasteries throughout the country, simultaneously told about and lit candles, offering incense in memorial and praying for the souls of those who had died from the epidemic disease.
During a time when the entire society is fighting an epidemic, social charity work is extremely important, especially for individuals in tough circumstances affected by the pandemic. Here are some Buddhist charity news from the last week.
Following the appeal in the official dispatch number 225/HDTS for monks, nuns, and Buddhists to join hands to react to the program, Computers for Children, Incubating Knowledge, promulgated by Most Venerable TIionG ANH, Chairman of the Vietnam Buddhist Sangha Administrative Council. On the 25th of November, 2021, Venerable Bhikkhuni Đức Tâm, Abbot of New Giáp Monastery, Củ Chi District, has continued to implement the Children's Dream Initiative, handing out 12 tablets to impoverished children in the 3rd batch. The nun and her companions visited each family and distributed tablets to the children. It is known that 52 computers were given over the course of 3 batches. These are valuable gifts to help students in online learning amidst the epidemic's complex evolution. Furthermore, tablets are a tool for underprivileged kids to have access to information technology to increase their knowledge and become helpful citizens in the future. In Long An, the administrative board of the Buddhist Sangha in District 8, led by Venerable TIionG, gave 500 presents totaling 150 million Vietnamese đồng to underprivileged people at ZAC Temple, Cần Duộc District. Tân Lập Sub-District is one among those currently struggling and afflicted by the COVID-19 outbreak. This timely assistance helps to alleviate some of the locals' hardships. The 5-grade regulation was properly enforced during the gift-receiving event, with people enthusiastically praising the temple and benefactors. This meaningful activity will serve as a source of inspiration to assist individuals in quickly overcoming obstacles and stabilizing their lives. In Ho Chi Minh City, on the afternoon of the 23rd of November 2021, the abbot of Phước Viên Temple, Most Venerable Bhikkhuni Tử Nhẫn, has supported 500 presents to the people who are living at Lê Minh Xuân Sub-District. Each item is valued at 300,000 Vietnamese đồng. The whole budget is 150 million Vietnamese đồng. Bình Chánh District is one of the areas that was seriously influenced by the 4th wave of the COVID-19 outbreak. Currently, the epidemic situation in this region is rather calm, and individuals are reintegrating into the community. However, this is also a location where a huge number of employees are still struggling and require community assistance to stabilize their lives. On this occasion, Mayor Nguyễn Quang Tuấn, on behalf of the government, handed out a letter of gratitude to the nuns of Phước Viên Temple, who have collaborated with the state in the work of local social security, encouraging people to strive for excellence in their daily lives. In Tiền Giang, on the morning of the 21st of November 2021, a gift-giving ceremony was conducted for poor homes afflicted by the COVID-19 pandemic at Phước Vân Temple in Gò Công Town. The Chinese Buddhist Board and the Red Cross Sponsorship Board of District 8 not only look after the needy homes in the district and the city, but they also work under the command of the Venerable Thích Huệ Công, distributed 150 presents to those impacted by the epidemic in Bình Đông Commune, Gò Công Town. The presents are worth roughly 45 million Vietnamese đồng in total.
Venerable monks and nuns, Buddhist ladies and gentlemen, the last news has started off this weekly Buddhist Newsreel. Thank you for your attention and following. Goodbye and see you in the next program on PSO TV channel. Namo Sakyamuni Buddha.